Hi there, this is the little video that I promised you about how to do a mechanical outline. Now, first of all, let me just tell you what's the purpose of a mechanical outline. It's so that you can quickly see the structure of a verse or a passage. And so the idea is to line up the various parts of the verse or the passage or the sentence, break it up into its component parts and line them up so that the parts that modify one another are underneath and the parts that are parallel are underneath each other. I'm going to show you how to do that, how I did that with 2 Timothy 2:15. And the idea also is to keep the text in its same order. So not to rearrange the parts in any way, but to keep it in the same flow and see how it is structured. Okay, so here is 2 Timothy 2:15. And at the very left, I'm going to put kind of the main clause or the main, what is the sentence when you break it down to its very smallest part. And the key part of the sentence is do your best. So if you wanted to just make one sentence out of it that meant one thing, do your best. So I put that all the way to the left. So it might have had something that modified it before that, then I would have indented that and still put do your best. You know, if it had said, say, in all things do your best, I would have indented that and then put do your best at the left. And then modifying do your best is do your best to present yourself to God. Now, to present yourself, I've indented one more space and put it's right under there to show that it modifies do your best. But to present yourself is modified by to God. So who do you present yourself to? You present yourself to God. You can tell that there's modifiers because of these little connecting words. And that will show you that there's a little phrase that modifies. So do your best to present yourself to God. You notice that I have moved to God farther over because it's indirect. Whereas to present yourself, I've then put as one kind of immediately under yourself because you're presenting yourself as one. You're presenting yourself to God, but you're presenting yourself as one. And then in that same line, I've put a worker because you're also presenting yourself as a worker. So as one and then approved. And I've moved that over under God because it's connected to God. As one approved, in other words, by God. So I've put those in the same color and in the same line. But a worker is further modified by who does not need to be ashamed. So a worker who does not need, now to be ashamed is also modifying a worker, but it also modifies who does not need. So I've put that under approved. God approved and not need, to be ashamed is there. You could do this a bunch of different ways. And then also modifying worker is who correctly handles the word of truth. So a lot of people would have put the and on another line that kind of with little lines that connect the two who's because they both modify worker. But I've done it a little more simply here and just put and who correctly handles, and what do they correctly handle? The word of truth. That's the object of the whole thing. So now you can kind of line that up and see, you can see something of the structure. You can see that what you're doing your best to do is to present yourself as one who's approved, as a worker, and then and that worker is somebody who does not need to be ashamed, who correctly handles the word of truth. And also, who are you presenting yourself to in this way? It's to God. So it just helps you see some of the connections in the passage. You can do it. It's really, there's no specific rules for this. You can look online at mechanical outlines and see all kinds of rules. But to be honest, there's lots of ways to do it. The idea is to make the structure of the text apparent to you. As long as you've done that, you've done your job. So try this with your own assigned text and see what you come up with. Enjoy!